Hi, I'm Mark Dunn, your Merchant Services Trainer. In this video, I'll be describing the various types of electronic transactions that are accepted at most small businesses. First, there is the credit card transaction. The principal idea behind credit card purchase is credit. To get a credit card, you have to be extended a line of credit by a bank or financial institution. The cardholder completes an application and, if creditworthy, the financial institution establishes the credit line at a specific dollar amount, gives you the terms of the credit card program, and sends you a card. The financial institution monitors your use of the card and reduces your credit line by the outstanding balance. Your available credit is sometimes called open to buy. Now let's contrast that with a debit card transaction. The debit card holder deposits money into their debit card checking account. The debit card is linked to the checking account and purchases are debited from the funds on deposit in the account. There are two major types of debit transactions. There's signature debit, and that's where the cardholder signs a receipt. And there's also PIN debit, where the cardholder enters a PIN number as a form of electronic signature. These two types of debit transactions can originate from the same terminal, but they collect different data inputs and they travel down different authorization pathways. Signature debit exists under the Visa or MasterCard check card program. When the merchant is running them on the terminal, these transactions seem very much like credit card transactions, and the merchant may not know the difference. The transaction is authorized similarly to a credit card transaction, except the authorizing host is looking up funds on deposit rather than open to buy on a credit account. The authorization message that goes back to the merchant's terminal is virtually identical to a credit transaction. PIN debit is a transaction type based on what was originally a group of regional bank networks. In the late 1970s and 80s, banks within various geographic districts around the U.S. came together to form their own unique, shared online processing networks for clearing EFT transactions. This was the network that linked ATM machines. Since cash withdrawals were allowed from ATMs, it was necessary that the balances be current at any given moment in time. Also, since transactions were allowed from unattended devices with no person available to verify a signature, the PIN, or personal identification number, would act as a secret code and substitute for a verified signature. For the small merchant, PIN debit transactions at the point of sale require the cardholder to enter his or her PIN number on a PIN pad peripheral device or on the PIN-enabled keypad of the terminal. PIN debit card accounts are shared real-time or very near real-time balance systems. They keep running balances that are updated as all types of transactions take place that affect the account. Thus, when a PIN debit account approves a purchase for a certain amount, there is virtually complete certainty that the account has enough funds to cover the cost of the purchase. So let's talk about EBT. EBT is the acronym for Electronic Benefits Transfer. EBT transactions are essentially PIN debit transactions that take place within the federally funded EBT program that runs within a state's SNAP benefits program. And SNAP benefits are what used to be called food stamps. Now let's talk about a prepaid card transaction. A prepaid card is like a debit card. The cardholder prepays an amount into an account that is linked to the prepaid card. Prepaid cards bear a card brand or financial institution logo, such as Visa or Amex. Sometimes these are called open-loop cards. The principal benefit of financial institution branded prepaid cards is they may be used at any merchant that accepts payment cards. ACH transactions are electronic payment transactions that move money from one bank account to another without a paper draft. Most small to medium-sized businesses don't need to do ACH transactions, but you'll be happy to know that Granite Payment Alliance can process those transactions if needed. Granite Payment Alliance can process the full range of transactions needed by the small merchant. If you have any question about a particular type of transaction, just give us a call. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Mark Dunn.